Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to create the network interface that we will attach to our virtual machine in order to provide network connectivity. This NIC will receive its public IP address from the IP address we just created. So let's get started. All right, so here is our network interface. If we scroll down, we can see it right here. And as you can see, it kind of gets our usual suspects, the name, location, resource group name. We then get the IP configuration under that, and we've got a name for that, subnet ID, and private IP address allocation. But as you can see, we don't have public IP address listed here, which is something that is very important to us. So if you scroll down, you can actually see a public IP address.id right here. So we're going to add that and reference our public IP with that attribute. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're going to type this one out again just to give us a little more practice typing this. We'll use a resource, Azure RM _network _interface. And let's go ahead and call that MTC NIC, just like so. Then under that, let's give it that name, and that's just going to be MTC NIC, location equals. Azure RM, we're starting to get a lot of resources here, as you can see, but let's scroll down and find that resource group and tab that in, .mtc-rg.location, just like so. Then under that, we've got our resource group name, and that's going to be Azure RM. Once again, resource group dot name. All right, and now we need to provide that IP configuration block. So IP underscore configuration, open and close those braces, name, and we'll just call that internal, just like the docs say, subnet ID equals Azure RM subnet.mtc-subnet.id. Under that, we then provide our private IP address allocation, and that's going to be dynamic. We're not really worried about it in this case, what the private IP address is that our instance gets. And then we provide the public IP address ID. And that is Azure RM public IP.mtc-ip.id. And then let's add a tag down here for good measure. Tags equals environment equals dev. Just like that. All right, everything is looking good at first glance. Let's run a Terraform FMT. Everything's good so far. Let's run that Terraform plan. All right, as you can see on the resource group, I actually left out a very important part of that. .mtc-rg.name. As you can see, it gave me the line number and everything. Pretty easy to find where the error was and how to troubleshoot it. All right, so let's run that Terraform plan again. Excellent, everything is looking good. We've got a lot of green plus signs here. These network interface cards are a little bit complicated, but that all looks great. So let's go ahead and run a Terraform apply, auto approve. Apply complete. Resources 1 added, 0 changed, 0 destroyed. So if we run a Terraform state list, we've got our NIC there. And if we run a Terraform state show, add that to the end. As you can see, we have a private IP address right there, but I'm not seeing a public IP address yet. Let's go ahead and run a Terraform state list once again. Let's grab that MTC IP public IP. Run another Terraform state show. Add that. And still no IP address. So go ahead and mark this lesson complete. Come on back to the next one and let's start building that virtual machine.